Hello, good morning. How you guys doing? How was the night? I hope you had a lovely night. Welcome back to another interesting edition. Here today we're going to be talking about why my manual transmission system is so hard to shift into gear. Maybe first, second, third, or fourth. But, like seriously? No. In my own book, the first problem most manual transmission actually do have when that's actually become a little bit stiff or hard to actually shift into gear is not shifting to shifting to 3, 4, or 5, but mostly shifting into the first gear. So here, sometimes some of the things are a little bit messed up. Like you can see here right now, I've encountered this problem with this very Volkswagen, but still I prefer the manual transmission system because it's more durable, more stronger, more agile than the automatic transmission system. There's a whole lot of problem on automatic transmission system. So when this guy start becoming stiff to shift into the first gear, now there are a couple of things which I do. First, to troubleshoot this, the first initial stage is that the car is on. Now I try to shift into gear and it's so stiff, like seriously so stiff. So what really happened, even when you're busy clutching down so much, but still trying to shift into gear is so hard. So what is actually the problem? Today you have to understand first is there are a lot of components that actually contribute into the manual transmission system, and those are where the problem are stemming from. But the easiest first problem that actually make the transmission manual not to shift into gear is first, low transmission fluid. Now you call it manual gear oil or gear oil. Okay, let's say it's gear oil. So those gear oil, most of the gear oil don't have a dipstick, but most of the Volkswagen that I've seen, you can actually use the speed sensor to gauge if the oil has gone down. In some other case, if it has gone down too much, you're gonna be hearing ooh, 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 when it change gear. So that is actually crying. That's some kind of a noise which the differential, the rear differential actually makes when the differential oil actually drops. So in this case here, manual transmission system also do that. So the first thing you want to do is to check the oil quality as much as the level. It has a tendency of making the stick here, this stick shift, to be really hard when you're trying to engage the gear. The second factor that causes the gear to be very stiff and hard in trying to shift it into gear 1 is a bad clutch. A bad clutch plate. Now in the clutch assembly, there are pressure plates, there are clutch plates, then there is a clutch disc. Now when you talk about the pressure plate and the disc most often times comes as one part. But what actually causes most of the problem here is that the pressure plates, which is in line with the pressure, the clutch disc, hardly go bad. The one that often goes bad is the clutch plate. And the reason there is because if you are using your manual car to learn, most often times you don't fully, you rev so high before you clutch, then you shift into gear. So when you rev so high before you shift into gears, it creates a mess. You are indirectly burning the clutch plate band. And when you burn the clutch plate band, that is where the problem is gonna come from, where you're clutching hard and trying to get this thing there, and it's really stuck, really hard, and it won't even get in. So make sure that that's actually much more in-depth, because it's inside the transmission system, between the transmission system and the engine. It stays between the transmission system and the engine, which is somewhere down in here in the bell housing of that gearbox, is often around this area here. So that's the first thing that actually get worn out. The next thing that causes a transmission a hard shift sticks to actually go inside is a bad clutch slave master. They call it this the clutch slave master. Yeah, because first of all, in the clutch slave master, some of them have kits. Some of these kits do get worn out. If you're driving Toyota, then you should look for the kit. If the kit is bad, it's not going into gear. It's not going to go into gear. All right. So there is a clutch kit that actually helps in transmitting, helping actually relay this shifting into smooth operation. But when that kit is bad, then there's going to be a problem. Because of a hard shift manual gear system is a low kind of a low adjustment in the throttle cable, in the clutch cable. Some of them have a low clutch cable, like if you see three, they have a clutch cable that the kit is somewhere around here. So if that cable is not well adjusted, there's gonna be a problem. Now for this other one also, you will have a problem with this type of system if suppose any of these kits here are not well set. There are precision measurements to how many inch this has to be adjusted to in contrast to this. So if you adjust it too much, it's going to be a problem. If suppose this kit here is worn out, it's going to be a problem. All right. So now when we talk about the clutch sleeve, that's the clutch sleeve right there here, this one. If it is leaking brake fluid, which is actually supposed to be inside it, there's going to be a problem. It's going to be very hard to actually go inside. Next is a brake fluid. The brake fluid is actually connected to the clutch master. The clutch master is just mounted at the firewall of your engine bay. So if the clutch master lacks a sort of brake fluid, then it's not going to actuate the force which you're actually pressing on it. Please, the clutch master and this clutch sleeve is almost the same thing, but the clutch master position is at the firewall, and the share brake fluid with the clutch master, because the master need a hydraulic which is connected somewhere here, which is routed through this very pipe which I'm holding right here. So if there is a defective of the clutch master or the clutch sleeve, it's going to be very hard to actually shift into gear. I talked about a cable that is not well adjusted previously. You also want to check if suppose any of the cable is snapped. If the cable is snapped, it's going to be very hard, extremely hard to actually shift into gear. And if the cable is not snapped, you want to check for the kits. There is a linkage kits. Like if you check your Make 3 and Make 4, they have a lot of linkage, and I'm certain that some other car manufacturers might have the same. If any of the linkage kits have shred out, because some of them are being secured in the end by a rubber, so if they get shred out, they get worn out due to age, sometimes you will find it very easy to shift into some certain gears, 1, 2, but may not be able to shift to 3, 4, or 5. So in such situation, you want to check for the linkage mechanism or linkage kits, because they can be very responsible at creating those kind of scenario. The last one I'm going to be using to cap this video up is about release bearing. I don't know what you guys call it. In other words, there are a lot of other factors that can actually cause it. The release bearing is activating the push rod, and the push rod is activating the pressure plate, and the pressure plate is releasing the clutch plate in helping to engage the gear. So if the push rod has worn out to some certain degree, it's going to create a gap, and that gap is actually going to make you to put more stress on this clutch than you are normally supposed to. Now, a broken release bearing, which is often at the end of the transmission system, the end tail of the transmission system, can cause a whole lot of problem. Some have no some sort of a release bearing. They have another mechanism which they actually use. Some of them have some sort of a bearing within the internal between the clutch plate and the clutch disc. There is some sort of, I'm going to put the picture here. I don't really know what you guys call it, but I had this issue previously. Sometimes they get often broken, right? And this parts right here, you want to check it. And the funny side there is it's hard to get to because it's buried inside your transmission system, inside the bell housing, because it stimulates the process of shifting your gear. And when it goes bad, even going into gear 1, you're going to be feeling a whole lot of hard sensation when trying to shift. Here, this shifter here to either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any of them, even reverse, because it's supposed to be very rigid and very strong, but when it gets broken, it doesn't have the tensile strength to actually withstand the pressure which you're depressing on this clutch any longer. So it's more like it doesn't have any active clutch. I hope you guys find this very helpful to resolving your car that the shifter is getting very stiff or hard to actually shift into gear when you start your car, or when you're already trying to shift between gears when you start your car and shift to gear 1, 2 or 3. So check all the listed components which I actually mentioned here, and the factors. It's not gonna get above that because these are problems which I've experienced while solving car problems. I experienced it in my car and I solved it myself as much as. So here today I'm giving to you guys to use to solve your car for free. So be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and share with others who are having a manual car that's still having a problem shifting from neutral to any gear at all. I remain Dr. Cool Auto Fix. I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.